getting what you really want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you haven't achieved it. The only thing keeping you from achieving what you want is the story you keep telling yourself. I'm going to do it later. I'm going to do it soon. I'm not old enough. When I have more money, whatever your story is. Just write down this phrase. Just write down, divorce your story and marry the truth. Divorce your story of limitation and marry the truth of your true capability. If you come up with a new story, you'll have a new life. And what you have to become aware of in your business is people have stories. And if you can learn how to short circuit those stories and bring truth to that person, you can blow open any limitation you have. So state is the most important element of all. If you leave this night with nothing else and say, how am I going to grow my business? The most powerful way you can grow your business is decide that you're going to live in a beautiful state of mind every day, no matter what, even when it doesn't go your way. See, if you take this on, what I'm telling you right now, it'll change your life more than anything else, and it'll change your business. If you would have asked me a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, what does everybody want? How many of you in this room want to change your business, take it to another level? How many came because that's a big piece for you? Make more money, grow your business. Say aye. Okay, most people. How many of you came here because you want to have more energy, more vitality, more strength? You want to transform yourself emotionally or physically? How many got those on your list? Say aye. How many of you want to create a passionate relationship or reignite one? So who's got that on your list? Say aye. You greedy bastards, you wanted everything and gave me 3 hours. What were you thinking? But here's what I can tell you. Everything you say you want could be chunked up to one thing. Tell me if I'm wrong. How many of you in this room, no matter how great your life is, you want an even greater quality of life than you have today? Say aye. So what is a greater quality of life? I would suggest to you it's life on your terms. Some people's idea of an extraordinary life is 3 beautiful children. Some people's idea of extraordinary life is writing poetry. Some people's idea of extraordinary life is a garden. Some people's idea of extraordinary life is a multi-billion-dollar business. Everyone has a different idea of what will light them up. And if you can figure out what that is, then you need 2 skills to master to get there. Let me give them to you real quick, and I'll wrap up with this invitation to you. Number 1 skill for having life on your terms, extraordinary life, is you must master the science of achievement. The science of achievement. And when I say science of achievement, notice I said it's a science. So, I just spent 5 years, as I told you, interviewed 50 billionaires, all how they did it, how they invested, what they did. And what I learned from them has made me tens of millions of dollars in just the last few years alone, $100 million, $200 million in one transaction alone by what I learned from them. Because I didn't learn from the average person. I went to the best that exists on the face of the planet and said, how do I take that person? How do I learn from that person? How do I figure out the strategy that that person has that could take me to the next level? So it's a science. It doesn't matter your color of your skin. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your age. There are certain rules of finance. If you apply them, you will have financial abundance. If you avoid them or if you ignore them, you will have financial pressure and pain. How many follow? Say aye. There are rules. There's rules of the body, right? We're all biochemically different, but are there some universal rules that if you violate them, you're going to have dis-ease in your body. You're going to have low energy. Is it true? And there are other ones, if you align with them, you're going to have a maximum level of energy. And to me, energy is life, right? So it's a science. Now, I'm not going to try and cover this because I'm out of time, but the best way to speed up your science of achievement is do what you're doing here. Model someone who's already getting the result you want. Find someone who's already doing it, figure out what they're doing, save the time. And pretty much everything you've ever achieved in your life, you went through 3 steps. Number 1, you became obsessed. Think of something that's in your life today that once was a dream or a goal that seemed difficult or impossible. How many of you have something in your life today, a person, a relationship, a car, a career, a business, that once it seemed that would not happen, it once seemed difficult or impossible? How many got something like that in your life? Say aye. Then the best way to achieve something is model what you've already done. Look at all the things you've created in your life that didn't exist before, that are exactly as you want them. And how did you do it? You got incredibly obsessed. You started to think about it. And when you think of something that you desire so much that you can't let it go, that's something you're going to achieve if you put your focus into it. Who can remember something like this that you got so obsessed by, you thought about day and night? Who can relate to this in some way? Raise your hand, say I.
These 3 skills are fundamental and can make a significant difference in achieving any goal, no matter how big or small. The first skill is clarity. To achieve any goal, you must have a clear and compelling vision of what you want to accomplish. Many people have vague goals without a well-defined outcome, and as a result, they lack the necessary direction and motivation to make progress. The second skill is strategy. Having a clear vision is essential, but without an effective plan, it's just a dream. You need a strategic roadmap that outlines the necessary steps to reach your goal. The third and perhaps the most crucial skill is mindset. Your mindset determines your beliefs, attitudes, and the actions you take. Without a strong and resilient mindset, it's easy to get discouraged or give up when facing challenges.
Now, once you're obsessed, that unleashes this energy, because wherever focus goes, energy flows, right? But the second key is really simple. What'd you do? Once you had all this drive and desire and hunger and it was so strong, how many of you took some form of massive action? Raise your hand, say I. And you may not even know what to do. You may not know how to do it. But if you just take massive action and you try something and it doesn't work, what should you do? Try something else. And if that doesn't work, what do you do? And if that doesn't work, what do you do? What if that doesn't work, what do you do? And if that doesn't work, what do you do? How long would you give your average child to learn how to walk before you said, look, kid, you're never going to learn, just give this shit up? You go, were you crazy? My kid's going to keep trying until they walk. Well, no wonder almost everybody walks. Because people take massive action, but they also keep changing their approach until they get there. So second key to achievement, after you're obsessed and you're focused, and you give it all your energy, it's taking massive action and finding effective execution. And the way you find it is keep changing, or the way you find it is model someone who's already got it and save yourself the time. Does that make sense? How many have done this already somewhere? You were obsessed, you didn't know how to do it, it came together, you took massive action, you got beautiful results. How many have done this here? Say I. It does take one more element. The third key. If you're totally focused on what you want, you put all your energy in what you want, not what you don't want. Most people focus on what they don't want, so they get more of it. Focus, wherever focus goes, energy flows. If you know what you want, you're obsessed, you're taking massive action, you're modeling it, you're changing your approach, you're finding the effective way. The only other thing you need to achieve is some grace. Some people call it God. Some people call it luck. You call it God or grace. But I can tell you one thing. In my own life, how many of you have had times in your life where as hard as you work, it felt like grace was there, like you were being guided, like it was beyond anything you did, like you were being blessed in that moment? Raise your hand if you've ever experienced this. Say I. The one thing I can tell you about grace is the more of it you acknowledge, the more of it you appreciate in your life, the more of it seems to show up. And most of our lives are filled with grace, but we get so busy in our lives, kind of like those ministers running across the person right there in front of them, because they're so caught up, they haven't slowed down to actually take in and appreciate what they do have. The more you appreciate what you do have, ironically, the greater the energy you have to be able to go after everything else. 2 years ago, a little more than 2 years ago, we lost what I consider to be a national treasure in this country, Robin Williams. How many of you in this room, you're from 50 countries, raise your hand if you love, don't raise your hand if you like Robin Williams, raise your hand if you loved Robin Williams, raise your hand. Keep your hand up nice and high, keep your hand up high, look around the room. It's 98% of the people, there's only 2% assholes in this room that hated Robin Williams. There's 2% assholes, 98% really beautiful people. But answer this question for me honestly. Was Robin Williams a master of achievement? Was he a master of the science of achievement, yes or no? And by the way, he went to Hollywood. How many people go to Hollywood and say, I'm going to be a star? Everybody, this percentage does. He said, I'm going to have my own TV show. Nobody gets their own TV show. He got his own TV show. Then he said, I'm going to have the #1 show in America. Are there any of you as ancient as I am that actually can remember the name of that show? Mork and Mindy. Wow, a bunch of ancient people in this room, right? Mork and Mindy. So he has the #1 show. He's the #1 star. Then he wanted to make more money than he could ever spend, which he did. Then he wanted to have a beautiful family that he loved, which he did. Then he said, TV's not enough. I want to make movies. Then he made movies, and that was enough. He said, I want to win the Academy Award. Then he said, I want to win the Academy Award for not being funny. His number one skill. He wanted to win it as a dramatic actor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just heard from the remarkable Tony Robbins about the 3 essential skills needed to achieve any goal: clarity, strategy, and mindset. Remember, success starts with a clear vision, supported by a well-thought-out plan. Here are 2 quotes from Tony Robbins. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Success is doing what you want, when you want, where you want, with whom you want, as much as you want. Tony Robbins is known for his motivational and empowering quotes that inspire individuals to take action and achieve their goals. If you get something value from this video, please subscribe and share. Thank you very much for your time. See you in the next video.